What if I told you the most electrifying player in NBA history wasn't the tallest, the strongest, or even the most championship decorated, yet he changed the game forever? This is the story of Allen Iverson, a man whose fearless style, raw authenticity, and relentless drive made him one of the most unforgettable legends basketball has ever seen. Introduction. Allen Iverson, often nicknamed the Answer, wasn't just a basketball player, he was a cultural icon. Standing only 6 feet tall in a league dominated by giants, Iverson defied the odds to become one of the greatest guards of all time. He didn't just play the game, he redefined it. From his explosive crossovers to his unapologetic personality, Iverson made sure the world remembered his name. But behind the highlights and the headlines was a man with a story far deeper than basketball. His journey from a troubled childhood to NBA superstardom is a tale of resilience, controversy, brilliance, and cultural impact. To understand why Allen Iverson is a legend, we need to look at the man, the player, and the influence that stretched far beyond the court. Early life and struggles. Allen Iverson was born in Hampton, Virginia in 1975. Raised by a single mother, he grew up in one of the toughest neighborhoods in America, where crime and poverty shaped daily life. For young Iverson, sports became more than just an activity. They were a way out. Football and basketball gave him purpose and identity, keeping him away from the dangers that consumed many of his peers. But life wasn't easy. At just 17 years old, Iverson was caught up in a highly controversial bowling alley incident that led to his arrest and conviction. Though many believed he was unfairly targeted, he was sentenced to prison time before being granted clemency. That experience could have ended his career before it began, but it only fueled his determination to fight harder for his future. The adversity Iverson faced in his early years built the toughness that defined his entire career. He learned early on that nothing would be given to him. He had to take it. That hunger would later make him one of the most relentless competitors the NBA had ever seen. College years and breakthrough. After his release, Iverson received a second chance through Georgetown University, recruited by legendary coach John Thompson. At Georgetown, Iverson quickly made a name for himself as one of the most explosive guards in college basketball. His speed, athleticism, and aggressive style made him nearly impossible to guard. In just 2 seasons at Georgetown, Iverson became the school's all-time leader in scoring average and won Big East Defensive Player of the Year twice. More importantly, he showed the world that he was more than just a troubled kid from Hampton. He was a once-in-a-generation talent destined for greatness. His time at Georgetown wasn't just about basketball, it was about maturity. Coach Thompson acted as a mentor and father figure, helping Iverson channel his energy and focus into the game. By the time he declared for the NBA draft in 1996, Iverson was ready to take his talents to the highest level. NBA draft and rookie explosion. The 1996 NBA draft is often remembered as one of the greatest in history, producing legends like Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, and Ray Allen. But with the first overall pick, the Philadelphia 76ers chose Allen Iverson, a decision that would change their franchise forever. From his very first game, Iverson proved he belonged. His speed, fearlessness, and ability to score against anyone, no matter how big, left fans and analysts stunned. His rookie season was highlighted by a legendary moment, crossing over Michael Jordan, the greatest player of all time, and hitting the jumper. That move became symbolic of Iverson's fearless attitude. He wasn't afraid of anyone. Iverson finished his rookie season averaging over 23 points per game, winning Rookie of the Year. More than his stats, though, it was his style that captured attention. The cornrows, tattoos, and hip-hop influence made him stand out in a league that had never seen a player quite like him. MVP season, and the 2001 finals run. By the early 2000s, Iverson had become the face of the NBA. His peak came during the 2000 to 2001 season, when he won the league MVP award, becoming the shortest player ever to do so. That year, he carried the Philadelphia 76ers on his back, leading them to the NBA Finals against the powerhouse Los Angeles Lakers. Game 1 of the Finals remains one of Iverson's most iconic performances. Scoring 48 points, he led the Sixers to a shocking victory over the Lakers, punctuated by his famous step-over move on Tyronn Lue after hitting a clutch shot. Though the Sixers ultimately lost the series, Iverson's fearless play cemented his status as a basketball legend. That 2001 season wasn't just about numbers, it was about heart. Iverson played through injuries, gave everything for his team, and inspired millions with his underdog spirit. His MVP award was proof that greatness isn't measured by size, but by heart and determination. Style, influence, and culture. Allen Iverson's impact extended far beyond basketball. He brought hip-hop culture into the NBA, from his tattoos and jewelry to his baggy clothes and cornrows. The league had never seen a player so unapologetically authentic, and while it sometimes drew criticism, it also made him a hero to a generation. Iverson influenced the NBA's fashion, attitude, and even its rules. The league introduced a dress code in 2005, widely seen as a response to Iverson's style. But his cultural impact was undeniable. He made the NBA more relatable to young fans who saw themselves in him, someone who didn't try to fit in but stayed true to who he was. Off the court, Iverson inspired countless kids from tough backgrounds, showing them that success was possible despite adversity. He wasn't polished or politically correct, but he was real. And that authenticity made him a global icon. Legacy and Hall of Fame. Allen Iverson retired in 2013 after a 14-year career, finishing with career averages of 26.7 points and 6.2 assists per game. In 2016, he was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame, a fitting honor for a player who had redefined the game. His legacy isn't measured by championships, but by influence. Iverson showed that heart could overcome size, that authenticity mattered more than fitting in, and that one player could change both the game and the culture around it. Countless modern stars, from Stephen Curry to Damian Lillard, credit Iverson as an inspiration. Even today, when fans think of Allen Iverson, they don't just remember the stats, they remember the attitude, the crossover, the step over, and the fight of a 6-foot giant who left a mark on the game that will never fade. Outro. What do you think made Allen Iverson truly legendary? His fearless game, his impact on culture, or the way he inspired players to be themselves? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of the answer, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with other basketball fans, and subscribe for more untold stories of the game's greatest legends.